There's one thing in your life that for 30 years only ever got cheaper. Not your rent, not your groceries, the electronics in your pocket. A dollar bought you more memory, more speed, more storage every single year, like clockwork, and you stopped even noticing it was happening. Then, this year, it quietly reversed. Your next phone, laptop, and game console are all about to cost more, not less. And the reason has nothing to do with you, or inflation, or tariffs. It has to do with artificial intelligence, in one tiny part buried inside almost everything you own. Once you see it, you'll never shop for a gadget the same way again. Let's start with the part itself. It's called memory. Two kinds, actually, and you use both every day. There's the fast memory, the stuff your phone uses to keep a dozen apps open at once. And there's storage memory, the part that holds your photos and videos. Every laptop, every phone, every game console, every smart TV, every car dashboard is stuffed with it. It is the single most universal ingredient in modern electronics. And for 30 years, it got relentlessly cheaper. A gigabyte of memory that cost a fortune in the 1990s costs a rounding error today. That long, steady slide downward is the reason the gadget you buy this year usually does more than last year's, for the same money or less. Here's the catch most people never think about. Almost all of the world's memory is made by just three companies: Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. That's basically it. Three firms supplying the memory inside billions of devices. When three companies control the supply of something the whole planet needs, a small decision in one of their factories can ripple out to every store shelf on Earth. And in the last year, those three companies made exactly that kind of decision. So, what changed? Artificial intelligence. Specifically, the gold rush to build AI data centers. Those giant warehouses full of AI chips don't run on the ordinary memory in your laptop. They need a premium, turbocharged version called high bandwidth memory. And here's the thing: it's made in the same factories on the same production lines by those same three companies. So picture a factory with a fixed amount of space. It can make the cheap memory that goes in your phone, or it can make the expensive AI memory that goes in a data center. Same building, same machines, one choice. Now, which would you make? The AI version sells for far more, with profit margins reportedly above 60%. Companies like nvidia, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon are throwing almost unlimited money at it. So, the chip makers did the rational thing. They pivoted their factories toward AI memory and away from the everyday kind. Every wafer of silicon they devote to an AI chip is a wafer they don't devote to your phone. And the numbers are staggering. The big three have reported their entire memory output for 2026 is essentially sold out, locked up in advance by AI buyers. One single planned AI project, OpenAI's Stargate, could, on its own, swallow up to 40% of the world's memory supply. So, what happens to the everyday memory that's left? The price explodes. Across 2025, the price of standard memory rose about 172%. A kit of computer RAM that a gamer bought for around $80 in the middle of 2025 cost nearly $400 by the middle of 2026. Storage chips, the kind that hold your files, jumped right alongside it. Industry trackers measured contract prices climbing 50, 90, even 98% in a single quarter. People in the industry started calling it RAMageddon. And remember, this isn't just a problem for gamers building computers. Memory hides inside your car's dashboard, your smart TV, your doorbell camera, your washing machine. Anything with a chip in it now carries a more expensive ingredient than it did a year ago. When the price of something this universal moves, it doesn't move one shelf. It quietly leans on almost everything you might buy. And if you like having the hidden machinery behind everyday prices pulled apart like this, that's the entire point of this channel. One ordinary thing decoded every week. Subscribe and stick around, because Here's where it lands on you. The research firm Gartner estimates that the combined cost of memory and storage will surge around 130% by the end of 2026, and that this alone will push the average price of a PC up about 17%. Lenovo, Dell, HP, Acer, and Asus have already confirmed price hikes of 15 to 20%. Your next phone is caught in it too. The average selling price of smartphones is projected to climb by double digits, with Samsung flatly calling the increases inevitable. Game consoles, which almost always get cheaper as they age, went the wrong way. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X both crept back up towards $650. And Apple, the company that loves to hold prices steady, raised the MacBook Air by $200 and the MacBook Pro by $300, blaming memory costs directly. But there's a sneakier version of this you need to watch for, because not every company will raise the sticker price. Some will keep the price the same and quietly give you less. Major laptop makers are reportedly planning to ship their 2026 models with smaller storage to hide the cost. It's the exact same trick as the cereal box that has the same price but fewer ounces inside. Call it shrinkflation for electronics. Same number on the price tag, less computer behind it. So, what do you actually do with this? First, stop assuming. Waiting always makes electronics cheaper. For most of your life, that was a safe bet. For the next couple of years, it isn't. If you genuinely need a new laptop or a memory or storage upgrade, the cheap version is probably behind you, not ahead of you. Second, and this is the empowering part, read the spec sheet, not just the price. When you shop, check how much memory and storage you're actually getting, because that's where the cut is hiding. A laptop that looks like a deal might just be a smaller laptop wearing last year's price. And third, don't panic. Your current phone and laptop didn't get worse. There's no reason to replace something that works just to beat a price increase. The smartest move in a squeeze like this is often to simply hold what you've got a little longer. So, here's the one thing to remember. For 30 years, the chips inside your devices got cheaper every single year. And you came to expect it without ever noticing. That quiet gift has paused. And not because of inflation or tariffs or anything you did. It paused because the exact same memory that powers the AI boom is the memory in your pocket. And for now, the data centers are winning the bidding war. When normalcy returns depends on who you ask. Somewhere between 2027 and the end of the decade. Until then, the gadget you almost bought last year was probably cheaper than the one you'll buy next year. And now you know exactly why. If you want one everyday mystery like this decoded every week, subscribe, and Penny will be right here. And if you want to see this same hidden trick playing out on your kitchen shelves, go watch Why Your Groceries Shrank Next. It's the same move, just made of cardboard instead of silicone.